like Chuck D said, I got a letter from the from the government. I opened, I read it, and it was most of the time it was always great news, though, you know. But I know what he was saying in that song. He's talking about. You could say that my father could have wrote that song, Black Steel in the Hour of Hate, about getting drafted into Nam or something. But no, he had a good point there, and just like, and this is what I want to write about is the shit like that, like. What Chuck D was touching on there is like people are not, everything is not a human picnic, and it mostly is. If you're an elitist motherfucker and you're educated to some degree, yeah, you can equate human souls to like bottle redemption, like rich men redeem scrap metal, copper, gold, shit like that. Is how the real Illuminati plays and gambles with people and souls. And there's nothing wrong with that because you know better, you're big brother, blah 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 blah. And I'm working my way up to being big brother too in my cults. And when I see people collecting fucking cans, it makes me angry. Because I'm like, don't tell me you're that fucking hungry. You're starting to wake up. I think you might have seen the bright light that they were casting onto me, spotlight on fucking and you might have got a good look at shit because you were looking at me, and now you're onto it. But keep that shit to yourself. Don't come to my fucking lawn ever looking for a fucking 5-cent can, or I'll take your namesake. I'll make your fucking wife a widow. I'll put my dick in your little daughter as soon as she's done her first day of bleeding. I'll pop her up because that's how I take shit. Real personal, real deeply. Your basic overtures that you make with people. You've got to watch your fucking lip, watch your fucking step with me. And I would say this to any man: I don't care what business you in, I don't care if you work at the gas station. This is how I want you to conduct yourself, just like me. Don't try to do it. Don't try to fucking guide this. Don't be in check of your subconscious and who the fuck you think you are and why you doing that. Don't collect cigarette butts from me. Don't ever do as I do. Don't smoke my cigarettes after I flick them and make me feel the guilt of that. You're an addict. And you're doing, and don't come to me for the richest fucking, I don't, and you're right, one man's, but I mean, it's important you know exactly what you call trash and what is a setup. He's fucking miserable. Like, fuck, he isn't. Is that garbage? Like, fuck, it isn't. But it is, if you look at it from a certain angle. And I love that little girl right there. I can't believe those fucking thighs and those jeans walking in the rain. Christ, I've been watching her all day. I really mean it. I would just put tip of my tongue in your puckered asshole. You little bitch. Give her some cowboy boots with that. Talking about style? Thank you. Whoever said that, I love you, bitch. That's one of the most beautiful compliments I've ever gotten in my entire fucking life. I mean, I could dress you up, but I mean, I don't know if you'd like it, but I guarantee there are a billion motherfuckers that would love to see how I dress you up. In your cowboy boots, you know what I'm saying? Costume jewelry and all that shit. Because you're forever that bitch. And you should be that bitch. And when we want to learn fashion, when I do, I'll take it over to Paris and do a crash course in that. But for now, that shit went straight to my head. Now I'm going to fantasize about that. That fucked me up. But that's how it gets done. You know what I mean? I don't know what the proper term is for you to understand, but or who I'm talking to, so I have to be very, very, very covert about the shit I say to you. And I think I'm painting with a broad brush, but I gotta be careful because I don't know. Some of these people have no fucking brains. But I mean, that's what it's like. You are what I haven't even come to terms with the philosophy. You what? You gotta what? You got some sea monkeys? You got a fucking ant farm? Well, I'm talking about holocausts, that don't include Jews this time, but fucking another demographic. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's precisely how it's done on a big cosmic level. And I'm sure the fuckers I'm dealing with on this channel are totally cosmically aligned and in tune with it and vibing to it to the highest power, because otherwise how can I articulate that properly? But some of these motherfuckers, you see the basic shit they do, and I mean, I guess it's sad because you see them waking up or something, but it's like, don't deviate, and don't, I mean, if you're gonna flock to me, check that motherfucking ego right away, or I swear to God, I'll hit you with the palm of my left hand. I like you. I like what you do. I like your fucking your conduct and candor. But fuck your fucking ego. When I say something and you have to think about it for more than 30 seconds, have a tidy answer, never tell me you don't know, and or don't fuck with it. Fuck that ego. I'm here to tell you, fuck my ego. I had to play that role for so fucking long, and I'm not above it. But when I'm dealing with lesser, I don't know, clowns that seek to be wizards, which I can appreciate, but your fucking ego, what? Your first level motherfucking not even initiated into the shit. Does anybody hear me? Does anybody at all? I mean, you know what I mean? I hate that shit though. And it's good to be hanging around some of these motherfuckers on the channel, because they teach me to constantly have the altitude of mind to be like, okay, I'm constantly gunning for that. But it's like another motherfucker said, some of these fuckers don't even deserve to be, what, you know, like he said, what the fuck are we doing here? Like I said the other day, what is it, man? What is it? You know? Okay, you know what? Fuck you. And I mean, and you don't even feel bad. I do, for every time I do that to a motherfucker, I feel bad for a second. But then my common sense kicks in and says, hell no. You know? It's like, what's his fuck said? Your son is on a primrose path to destruction. It's a fool's paradise. 9 times this motherfucker was absent. 9 times. Grace? Somebody fucking help me with 9 motherfucking times. It's a fool's paradise. Wake up.